It's not exactly out with the old, but... Hi, and welcome back to the Messy Garage. If you follow my channel, you might have seen the video on the LN46 ACF. This is a snap-on pliers, set of pliers. It's kind of a do-everything set of pliers. It has really been super handy. It helped me dramatically when I was trying to put my cluster back together in my E30, pulling little tiny bulbs and getting to things. I've used it for fuses. I've used it for really a second kind of hands, a second set of fingers, if you will, to put in places I either can't reach or am worried about reaching or needs a little extra grip. Right now, unfortunately, I moved into a new house recently and this got left out a little bit and got a little rusty. I don't super care. I mean, it's just surface rust and I'll oil it up and it'll be fine. But it did make me think about the fact that I've been waiting for the big brother version of this to come out from Icon in Harbor Freight. So the LN47 ACF is the bigger pair. And I've always kind of wondered, well, would I want something that big? This pair has been great. It's kind of like my Knipex pliers wrenches. I feel like the smaller, sort of middle size, the 7-inch, has been my go-to of the 10, 7, and 6-inch versions that I have. So the question is, would I like the bigger one or not? Well, I got tired of waiting. Oh, what came in the mail today was my answer to this. I've cut it, but I haven't opened it. And this is my little legit first crack into the box here of an eBay seller. So I procured, not only, sorry for the cut, I had to use my fingers a little bit, the big brother, but also his companion. And I've always wanted, I hate to play the blue game, or sorry, the color game for Snap-on. They've been really smart, but I've always liked this. I think they call it Power Blue for Snap-on. So this is the LN47 ACF, and if you're wondering what they look like side by side, I'm going to give it to you here. So that's the 47, which I think is 9 inches, and this is the 46, which of course is the same as I had before. Although this one, like the printing on this one's actually a little cleaner. So that's the thing. Like if you're kind of wondering, if you do a lot of small work, and I've got little cars, I've got a Mini, I've got a Mazda I work in, a Volvo, which is surprisingly tight, even though it's a kind of a big car. And even my old BMW has a lot of little places, and I really like the fuse puller spot here that this provides. So if you're going in, you can, let me see if I can do this one-handed, spread it out a little bit and grab the edges of that fuse and pull so it gets in the nooks and crannies. Now this one's really doesn't have that same spot. It's more general duty set of pliers, and boy is it big. And this is, okay, I've spent the money, so I'm not going to say I regret it. But I think probably these two will triple the use of that, because that is a really big set of pliers, man. Now it's beefy, it feels great. I mean, I would expect that for Snap-on and what they charge for their stuff. But, I think if you're trying to decide between the 47 and the 46, I would really think about what you do. So if you're, in little engine bays where space is tight and you're not sure what exactly you're going to have to get around, I think the reach of this is nice. It's decently long and it's nice and compact and will really get in most places you want. Where this guy, if you're working on bigger stuff, trucks, if you have more general duty pliers use, you see. And what's funny is these didn't come quite as lubed as as that one did, believe it or not. Sorry, rust. But anyway, just a quick one. I really have to admit, Snap-on gets me a little bit with this color thing, and I do like the LN46 ACF quite a bit. So having one in my go bag, my travel bag, or probably this one actually, and one kind of in the box. Sorry, the garage is a total wreck because I haven't finished moving in yet. chaos in life. But anyway, I think for most people, the 46 is probably the more useful size. That's just me. I'm not a little guy. I'm, 6'1" and whatever, but I am going to be interested to see how much I use these. I will say this. These put pliers in my hands more often than I've ever had in my whole life. And I don't think that was just the coincidence of the stuff I was working on at the time. I think it was legit that these are just handy. These, I don't know. We'll see. But I felt like, kind of a side-by-side and showing you what they look like in the paws and, a little bit of perspective on someone who's used this pair quite a bit might help. So I'm going to try to get clean in this garage. But in the meantime, stay messy.